Well, hey, YouTube, Petey Two Finger here. You know, I like to play around with my Logitech webcam software. Sometimes, even while I'm recording, I'll change the settings. So I had turned the color way up on a spoof video that I had made, a satire. Pedal Kingas is this series that I do, which has to do with a guy who is the king of pedals, and he tells you information that would be helpful if you're going to build your own guitar pedal. So that's Pedal Kingas, and I had the color jacked all the way up, and I talked in a funny foreigner accent. And what happened was when I went to use my webcam software again, I could set it back to this black and white that I like to use, and it would stay black and white for a second, and then it would drift back to that intense color. So I uninstalled my Logitech webcam software and went to reinstall it, which led to, well, first of all, they updated it. And usually when they update it, it'll just be some minor changes. This particular update I didn't like. So I'm here to tell you, if you're having an issue with your Logitech webcam software and it's the same issue as what I'm talking about, you've jacked around with the settings to some extreme thing and now it's misbehaving, you need to unplug the USB. Find the camera cable, unplug it while the computer's on, and then replug it back in, and that should solve your problem. I uninstalled my LWS, Logitech webcam software, which was an older version, and I downloaded the latest version from Logitech, and I noticed they changed it. Now it's called LOGI. Yeah, up in here, like, we could never have the full name because that's not hip. It's not diverse. It's not strong enough. It's not modern enough. So I noticed a giant purple screen, LOGI, up in here. And there's no more words. It's all pictures of a microphone. It looks really like something Apple or Macintosh, like yo, 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 up in here. LOGI is hip now, and we've removed all of the functionality. You can't change the contrast. You can't change the, like here I have exposure, gain, brightness, contrast, color intensity, auto flicker, controls for off NTSC 60 Hertz, PAL 50 Hertz, normal or mirrored imaging with the right light, which I really don't like running that. The right sound will make it sound like it's recorded in the sphincter of a deceased elephant. It's granulated cell phone audio when you put the right sound on. So that's a tip for you. Uninstall that purple LOGI. We don't like that. What you can do whenever you run into that, I will go on Google search and I will type in to Google the words old version. And then in this case, it's Logitech webcam software. So you can't type LWS, you can't type in LOGI. You got to type in the full name of the software. And then that will take you, like, you know, File Horse is the first thing. There's a community question that's the second. File Hippo, that's version 2.8. Eventually I clicked around and I ended up at, yeah, File Planet has 2.8. I ended up finding version 2.51 on Soft Tonic. So that 2.51 might be the one that I'm going to want to see, now it's trying to get me to install some stuff I don't want, which is always the case. You really got to watch what you're doing. Okay, here it is, LWS. So I'm going ahead. I'm going to grab this. It's 71 meg. This looks like it's version 2.80. which I'm not sure what that LOGI. Let me see if I have that in here. Show more. What version did they turn it purple? And yo, remove all the functionality. Yeah, no, I don't have it on here. Anyway, I really don't like when they do that when you've been using some software. Something like VLC Media Player, as an example. They've never really sold out, you know. But over time, things like uTorrent you'd be using, and then all of a sudden there's commercials or porn pop-ups, stuff like that, and that'll cause me to revert to an older version and tell it, hey, don't automatic update this software. But I'm sure you know all about that. So yeah, I went in and got my flu shot. I got my CPS Tdap injections today. My daughter's having a baby. Petey Two Fingers going to be a grandpa, and she wanted to let me know that it's hip and in with the times to get injections. Otherwise, I would be putting this baby in danger. So I went ahead and took care of that. I feel okay. I'm not having any panic attack or any adverse reaction from the injections, which is fantastic because I was concerned. I had some injection as a kid for school. They immunized me, and I went into like a pretty intense fever thing. So after that, we headed out and hit the Goodwill, and I found this, which if you could see in color, it's very colorful. It's a Bella shuttle keyboard, 3104 Pro model, although it's blue with a lot of pastels. EZ keyboard, professional series. Doesn't seem like it's the Pro one. The Pro one seems like it is black and silver. This is like the blue one. It's got a long, like a 6 foot long blue, purplish blue USB cable. So yeah, I plugged this sucker in. Maybe I should leave this for another video, talking about getting that set up. Anyway, this keyboard is going to be helpful for me assigning these buttons up here to function, and the jog and shuttle wheel. It's going to be something I will use when I'm editing video in Sony Vegas, and also when I'm recording music and editing music in Adobe Audition 3.01 or Reaper. I'll be able to use it in both. Do I do enough in Reaper to warrant having keyboard shortcuts? Probably not. But eventually maybe I will set it up. It's a cool thing to have. You know, they're like, excuse me for doing this on camera. They're 150 new. Ooh. Which, that's probably a retail price. You probably pay $129 for them. And now, of course, since there's no support on them, you could find them for $25, $35 on eBay. I paid $4.99 for this. I saw it, and I knew right away what it was. And I've seen one of these before. I saw one and didn't buy it. I didn't even notice the scrub wheel or put two and two together. It was years ago I saw it. I was like, what's that goofy thing for? And then later on, I had seen images of professional studios, video editing studios, where they have these in there because they use this for Premiere Pro, which is Macintosh. It's an Apple thing. So not having known it and passed it up, but later on, sure enough, I found one, which is always a thrill. So anyway, look forward to talking to you guys more soon. I'm going to be recording tonight, probably doing a little bit of audio recording. Remove some giant ingrown. I've got ingrown fingernails now. I used to have the toenails that were bad, and I would cut them out and do surgery on them. You know, drink, and because it's kind of painful cutting them out. And then they kind of stopped doing that for a little while on my feet, and my hands started doing it. So I'm doing this. I tend to do them all at the same time, so like then they'll heal up. will be a couple of days I kind of take off of playing guitar because. But yeah, I've got I think 4 or 5 songs tracked for this new album. Let me see if I can go in my mixes folder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I got 5 of the songs tracked. Now one of those songs I need to maybe add some sound effects to it. I heard an anvil, like a clink, clink, like that type of. It's like a march type of, like March of the Giant Kittens, if you could picture that. Is what I had in my mind when I came up with it. And then the other one, I need to do a little lead guitar stuff on it to maybe edit some of it down. It was like kind of a little bit too full, and so maybe I can remove some of those tracks from playing all the way through it and have them only make appearances for a minute, and then build that up to a lead solo, a point where it would drop off to be more sparse, and then build back up again with another lead solo and end the piece. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. And then, of course, I need to address, some people are asking me what's up with the Mr. Bungle fan videos that I've been putting up. So I need to kind of explain myself on that to some in private, of course. So if you're curious about those Mr. Bungle fan videos, enjoy them. It's good stuff, and make sure if you know any Mr. Bungle fans, you share those with them. All right, you guys, good thoughts, good words, good deeds. Wish me the best of luck. I can't wait for the sun to come out and stay, for this cold weather to be done with. I've had enough of this. All right, peace.